Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Cowboys Cutting Up. I am J-Stogs, and of course, I'm joined by Trey Collis. How's it going? How are you?
Well, I was going to come here and say how tired I was, but after hearing your story, I'm feeling pretty good.
There
Little
you
long
go.
night of election night last night. New
Yep.
college football rankings came out. My Longhorns jumped up
Yes.
6 spots. Big game against TCU. Sorry, Horned Frogs. We are going to knock you out of the playoffs Saturday
No,
night.
sir. No, sir. See, look, I know this is Cowboys Cutting Up, but you know I got to do it for the home team. Let's go.
After Saturday, you won't hear any more about TCU, baby. But
Oh, I don't know about
you
that.
will have a rematch in the Big 12 championship with Texas versus
Yeah.
TCU.
For sure. But I definitely want to say thank you to all those that have continued to support and subscribe. We have officially hit the 1,000 mark. 1,000. Look, we really appreciate you coming on, subscribing, staying on with us, chatting with us, telling us, calling us cowgirls when we're the best team, we're better than your team. So we just appreciate you for that. Continue to like, subscribe, and smash that bell. That way we can continue to bring great content to you. Every day on Tuesdays we have Big Game Sports Buzz, myself, and of course James. Big Game James Canada. We'll have the Chop Shop, and you can check out Trey Collis when he's doing his thing on the sideline, as well as other various things that he's doing, like Hill Country Sports and stuff like that. So just make sure that you continue to support. We appreciate you so much for all that you do. Now, let's get into what's going on right now in Cowboy Nation. As it stands, we had a bye last week, so we won. That's a win for me. No one got hurt.
We didn't lose.
We didn't lose, so that's a win. And you have to take what you can at this point. But during the bye, there has actually been some talks of when Odell Beckham Jr. possibly considering coming to Dallas. And it's starting to become, you heard some little rumblings at the beginning of the season, and Jerry kind of squashed that, and Steven kind of squashed that, and like, not really. That's not really what we're looking for. We like our receiver room. Well, here we are, 8 games in. Receiver room, it needs a little help. Let's just call it what it is. Receiver room needs a little help. Trey, how do you feel about, first of all, just the thought of Odell Beckham Jr. coming to, or even considering coming to Dallas?
If you would have asked me this in the very first preseason game or in training camp, I would have been like, hail to the no.
Right.
But the way the season has panned out and the way
Yes.
Odell Beckham Jr. handled himself with the Rams, I don't think he's that diva that everyone perceived him to be when he was in New York.
Right.
He just had two really, in Cleveland and in New York, he's had two really bad quarterbacks throwing to him, and his dad showed the tape and everything. Now you're going to have Dak Prescott throwing to him, who I still don't think he's the best quarterback in the league. Don't get me twisted on this. But he's a lot better than Baker Mayfield and Danny Dimes. But people are misunderstanding. We don't need him to be the old OBJ, right? We don't need him to be the number one wide receiver. We just need him to make plays here and there, like on a 3rd and 3 or a 3rd and 4. Or we need a like 4th down. We need someone to get open. And it would take a lot of pressure off CeeDee Lamb. He would take a lot of pressure off Michael Gallup. I mean, you can't just go double team CeeDee Lamb and like, leave Odell Beckham Jr. on a one-on-one coverage because he'll beat you on the inside, even though he has 2 torn ACLs as well.
Yeah, that part too. Yeah, 2 torn ACLs in 3 years. What's up, Big Game? Good to see you, man. I hope those Bucks can finally get to 500 this weekend. Good luck to you, sir. Good luck to you.
But going back to that, we don't need him to be all that. We just need him to make a couple plays here, a couple plays there, just like we did with the Rams, right? Because they had Cooper Kupp. They need a dog in that receiving room. They need someone in a leadership, that Super Bowl caliber player. We can actually say that with OBJ. He was going to be the Super Bowl MVP until he torn his ACL. Let's just be straight up honest.
Yeah.
He's having an all-time game. I mean, he had 2 catches for almost over 100 yards. So, and a touchdown.
Yeah.
So,
I think I agree with you, and I think what really hurt people about the Amari trade was you had an opportunity to have 2 really good receivers that will help each other out for the coverage, and it's like pick your poison. So now that you only have 1, and Gallup is Gallup, let's just be real with it. He is a 2 at best. And so when you have a 2 and you have CD now drawing triple, double coverage, with a safety over, now it's like, okay, well, how, can he really get open? And when he is open, he's dropping balls, and that's a reality. He's dropping touchdown balls. That's what's going on. So with Odell Beckham, you do have that veteran that's going to push, but you also get the idea, right? And this is what I said on Big Game Sports Buzz. Look, all Odell Beckham needs to do, if he's signed today, he gets on the field for the next 5 games. If he can score 3 touchdowns, that's all that would be all I would want, right? All I would want is just for him to be on the field to show a threat. And that's it. To free up CD and to give Gallup that 8 or 9 route that he can fly down the field on a post or a flag and not feel like, hey, he may, coverage may roll to him, knowing that that's what he's going to run. So, I'm definitely looking forward to it. I'm with you. At the beginning of the season, I'm like, oh, no, he's going to kill the locker room. He's going to kill the receiver room. This is going to be bad for the Cowboys. Let's just see what we got.
In all honesty, like every Cowboy fan's like, oh, like we're going to get every player, just like the New York Yankees, right? We're like, we're going to get this player, we're going to get that player. And usually I'm like, hold the brakes though. But this one's actually feeling kind of different. This, like, you're having Micah Parsons lobby, you're having Zeke Elliott lobby, you're having Jerry Jones, and then you look at Odell Beckham's wish list, and then there's a report going on like saying he doesn't want to play in cold weather, but he will play if the money's right, but this and that. I mean, you can basically check out Buffalo in that because they're fixing to hit cold months. Green Bay, who knows what's going on with crybaby Aaron Rodgers, and he's in the way he's throwing everyone on the bus but himself.
Exactly.
So those 2 are probably out. And then he wants to win a Super Bowl. What better way for Odell Beckham Jr. to submit his legacy if he carries the boys to the chip, man? Like how? Right. And plus, he has his family lives there in Dallas. So I mean, we have money. We have $20 million just sitting there. We have the money. Jerry,
the money.
Time to pull the plug. We have a defense. Okay, look at this. We have let's say we're getting all pro left tackle back Tyron Smith in the next coming weeks in like December, right? Mm-hmm. And let's just say we get Odell Beckham Jr. You're telling me that's not 9 points that we can get on the Eagles right there? Just right there?
Well, I mean
Harry, do it.
Take it like this. You get Tyron Smith back, and you get Peters, who should be coming back as well, right? And then on top of that, you're getting Washington that's coming back.
I forgot about Washington, yes.
Yeah. So I mean, it can really build to where, hey, this can be very formidable. Zeke is coming back. We've seen what Pollard can do with just a few, well, I say a few, but with 15 to 16 touches. You give the other 15, 16 to Zeke, 10 to 15 or 10 to 12, and we know that defenses travel. We know that a running game travels. So even if we are on the road, it doesn't matter where we are. That's going to be formidable. And the defense is only getting better. Diggs is getting better, and though he's not getting the interceptions, he's not giving up the yards that he was from last season. So, no. I remember when we talked about we beat Chicago, or actually we beat Detroit, and the question came up, is this a Super Bowl team? I think so. I think it's time we can start having the conversation of at least NFC championship. At least that. Because I think we're better than the Eagles. I do think we're better than the Eagles. I think we are.
I like I've been saying, I'm with you. I think we're at the halfway point, right? This is week 10. This is week 10 already.
Yep.
So we've seen enough games. We've seen what the players are like. The trade deadline's over with. We know what the teams are. We know what the injury situation is. We know everything about the NFC. It's not good. When Minnesota's your number 2 team, and their losses against Philadelphia with primetime Kirk Cousins, right? Like primetime Kirk Cousins sucks, and we're gonna see him in 2 weeks. We're gonna see how really good Minnesota really is with our Dallas Cowboys defense. And then you have the Eagles. I mean, yeah, they're undefeated, but my God, 5 of their 8 wins have come from last place teams. Let that sink in. 5 of their 8 wins.
No, they have the easiest schedule
in the Eagles. I'm not.
Yeah, they have the easiest schedule this year. But I mean, that's the thing that can propel you to, hey, look, we've done what, but you know what? We've seen this with, Carolina and with Cam Newton, and they rolled through the regular season and they rolled through the playoffs. You know, had a little bit of adversity, but when they got to a formidable defensive team in Denver, because it wasn't offense. It was not offense at all. No, it was the defense.
Peyton Manning on the team.
Oh, Peyton Manning had 123 passing yards and 0 touchdowns.
In fact, Peyton Manning wasn't even the starting quarterback. It was a guy who's not even in the league anymore. What was his name? Oswald or whatever his name was.
Oh, Oswalder?
Yeah, I think so. I forgot his name. He went to Houston, and then all of a sudden he just sucked.
Yeah.
But no, man, 49ers I'll throw in there because, I mean, even though the 49ers are about a 500 team right now, they match up well with that defense and the Christian McCaffrey.
And Debo's coming back as well.
Debo's coming back. That defense is good, but they can't stay healthy for a long stretch period of time. But honestly, I think it's a 3-team race. I'm not counting Minnesota. I think it's the Eagles, Cowboys, and 49ers. If it's not this year, Dallas, when is it going to be? Because it's wide open for you this year. And we would not have thought that going in to the season.
No, absolutely not. Especially when Dak went down. When Dak went down, it was, okay, well, season's done. Let's see what we can salvage, or let's just go ahead and tank to get, another receiver or whatever we need as far as on the offensive line, and we'll just kind of go from there. But I have to say, and again, I have to say Trey was right. And it tastes bad when I say it.
You're not the only one that's baby. A lot of people are coming to me and saying I was right.
Tyler Smith has been the guy, man. He has been the guy. He has held his own. And you were right, okay? And I'm glad you were right. I'm glad I was wrong. First of all, he's a hometown kid, so let's just go there. And he should have gotten more respect for being a hometown kid. Okay. But Cowboys fans are Cowboys fans. We are who we are, right? We want the flash. And I saw Linderbaum playing for the Ravens, and he looks awesome. So I mean, I think if we went either way, we wouldn't have lost there. But I keep seeing is okay. So Tyron, when Tyron comes back, I don't think you move Taylor. I don't think you move Taylor. Tyler. I don't think you move Tyler. You keep him where he is.
Yes, but go ahead. Go with your statement.
Well, I'm just saying he's progressing there. Make him a swing tackle, a swing guard, whatever you want to with Tyron. After this season, it should be pretty much it anyway. Going to the draft, get you another one. But at this point, Tyron is done, in my opinion, as a Cowboy. So
I think I get what you're saying, and you're not completely wrong, right? You're not completely out of. But man, Tyrone Smith is a all pro, and if you're going to get a fresh. He's not going to be in shape and everything, so he's going to have to rotate, do the Peters thing, right? He's got a couple plays here and there, but come playoff time, I want that dog. I want Tyrone Smith if he's healthy better. Just because he's. But what I'm saying is, move Tyler to guard. He played there in preseason. A lot less
He
stress.
did.
And then if Tyron happens to go down, move him back. Because you can't move Steele. Steele's playing hell of a Steele's playing good right now.
Yeah.
And then your center has not committed a penalty all freaking year. Let's just let that see.
Biotish has not been as bad as he was in the preseason. In preseason, he was horrible. And then last season he was
Tyler
bad.
Smith looked horrible. Tyler Smith was committing penalty. But what I said, and say what you want to about Mike McCarthy, but his little pet project is the offensive line. And he makes
and Philbin has definitely been there.
And he okay, let's say this. If Jason Garrett was the head coach, that would have been a horrible pick. That would have been a horrible pick. But
I don't think Jason Garrett would have picked him.
I don't think Jason Garrett would have had a choice. It would have been Jerry because he's a yes man. Well, so was Mike McCarthy, but Mike McCarthy has a little backbone that talks a little bit to Jerry Jones. But I don't know, man. It's an interesting. It's a good problem to have, right? It's a very good problem to have. It's a debt. It's more debt. But I would honestly move Connor out, and I would put come playoff time. That's what I would do, depending how healthy Tyron's and how fast he can get in shape. That's what I think. Because I'd rather have playoff experience at left tackle. Even though Tyron's probably going to give you some penalties, but at the same time, he won't give up that big sack, and he has that playoff experience. Where Tyler Smith probably be a little fragile at the beginning because he played at a small school in college. He didn't get to play all these big time games that we're playing in the NFL right now.
I understand, but he also, again, coming from this area, he understands what the Cowboys are, and the other thing is that physically, and this is the thing that I did say, physically he has the tools. It was just the fact that he's young, and his technique was very bad. He had very bad technique. So again, getting with McCarthy, getting with Philbin, they really helped him get his technique better. Where now, hey, put those hands inside, make sure that you're using leverage, and use your body. I mean, again, he's physically gifted. He just doesn't know how to use the gifts. And so seeing him play now, it's a joy to watch. And there are far less penalties that you're seeing on the offensive line, but you're also seeing how this offense, and it's also play calling. We have to talk about that. It's not 55 throws a game. You're running the ball, which helps your offensive line not commit all of these penalties. Right, where they have to sit back and try to fight with these people, fight with the defensive linemen. You don't have to do that now. You just push and go. Right? So I think it's that. And I haven't been too critical of Moore, but I think the question will come at the end of the season.
But with Moore, we went through this last year, right? Like during our 6-game win streak, like the play calling was astounding, and then he starts to get cute. Like he starts hearing his name in the freaking head coaching position. He starts getting cute, and he starts like. But we saw, and I don't know if we're going to get to the segment or not today, but we saw Pollard. He's our engine for that offense. He is. Like, say what you want to about Zeke. Zeke does a great job of pass blocking. Zach's like, you need 1 yard? Yeah, give me Zeke in between the tackles still. I would still do that. But when Pollard's in there, the ball moves. So we move down the field. Go down to the 49er game against we weren't moving the ball at all. You put Pollard in, what do? We go down and we score a touchdown. I mean, with the ball, we move down the field. That we move with, like, it's like an Energizer bunny. It really is. He's the main thing.
We move with Zeke. We just don't move as far and as fast. I'll give you that.
Exactly. It looks like the Golden State Warriors offense when Tony Pollard's in there. Let's just be honest with it. Like, it looks a lot better with Tony Pollard. But Zeke's going to get the run. But what we're going to need Zeke is like a Sunday afternoon in Green Bay, because it's going to be 30 degrees at kickoff, it looks like. So we're going to need that kind of kind of game. You know what I mean? And that's another thing that scares me about Green Bay too, is this freaking cold weather crap.
Well, the other piece too is, and there are reports that Pollard doesn't run a lot. He's not capable of a lot of touches. So around 14, 15, 16, he's done. And that's kind of been his MO since college. So, to try to put him in for 30 carries a game, which Zeke has done before. Pollard can't do that. So you have to have someone that's going to be there. So in the offseason, if you say, look, it's time for Zeke to go, fine, but you're going to have someone else. And maybe it's Davies, but you're going to have somebody else that's going to be able to spell Pollard if that's who you're going to have going forward. And you're going to have to pay him because his contract is up after this year.
Well, you can franchise tag him.
You can franchise tag him, but why would you franchise tag a running back?
Why would you franchise tag a tight end?
Well, there's that part too, and especially Schultz. I mean, and I think they kind of kicked themselves in the butt, and that might be one of the reasons why they haven't signed anyone, because they kind of knew that, hey, we franchise tag this guy and we're paying him a crazy amount of money for a tight end. So next year when he comes off the books, yes, you got money for Pollard. You got money if you have Odell. You got money for him this year. Reports are that he wants a multi-year deal as well. So here's the question. If OBJ says, look, I'll sign with you, but I need at least 2 years after this one. He's 30 years old.
I don't think he'll do it. I think he'll just ask for the rest of the year. Be a free agent next year.
That's what's coming out right now, is that he's been asking for a multi-year deal. Why some teams
I'm doing it. I'm taking the risk. I'm doing it. I'm taking the risk.
So you would sign him for a multi-year deal?
Yes, I will. Like I said, we don't need him to be Amari Cooper. We don't need him. Like CeeDee Lamb's still on his rookie deal. We still have we just signed Gallup to a big deal. We just signed.
We did.
We got the receiver. So why not? Why? I mean, your team's pretty much young besides running back, besides Zeke Elliott and Dak Prescott, but Dak Prescott's still in his 20s. Zeke Elliott's long in the tooth. Then you have Tony Pollard.
For running back, yeah.
Yeah, for running. We got Tony Pollard, who's young. Then you got an offensive line who will resurge, and we're getting young at that position too. And your defense is very young. So why not?
Defense is young.
Why not?
Ooh,
why not? What do you got to lose?
Well, I mean,
if it's guaranteed
money.
Let's just say money. What, we have $25 million just sitting there for nothing. Dude.
I understand. I understand that. I understand that. But now the question is, what do you draft? What are you drafting for? Linemen, receivers, another running back. I would think definitely another running back.
Depending on where we're drafting, I would do running backs. Dude, if I'm and I love you brought that up while we're drafting.
Yeah.
If I'm the Cowboys, if you're like high up there, like let's say I had a remarkable year, right? Let's say they're like 29, 30, maybe possibly 32 because we won the Super Bowl.
Right.
I'm trading my 2 first picks for that number. I'm trading whatever it is to get that number 1 overall, not number 1, but like up earlier in the draft.
So you're trying to get into 10.
You know who I'm going for? You know who I'm going for?
Who are you going for?
Bijan Robinson, baby. Out of Texas. Dude, have you seen this guy play?
Oh, he's a beast. Actually, both of them are.
He can run. Dude, I'm telling you,
both of the running backs are nice. Yes. Both of the running backs in Texas.
And he picks up the blitz, and he blocks, and he's a well-mannered guy. I'm telling you, I would do like the way the team is constructed right now. And the only issue you have is running back. I'm doing that in a heartbeat. I don't care because you have a young team. You don't really need. You need to pull the Rams. Draft picks aren't going to mean jack crap and try to win that.
I think he's going to be. And you know what? Here's the thing. But here's the thing, though, about running backs in this league. They are, I won't say undervalued, but they have been devalued over the years.
I understand that. But that's why you get them on a rookie deal, and then we use them for 5 years, and then we'll get another one. Oh, that's how we have 2 or 3 Super Bowls. I'm just saying.
But I think also you got to look at who's going to be in the draft this year. And so you're going to have some quarterbacks that will be there. I think the guy – no, we don't, but I'm talking about other teams. So right now you're looking
I say 2 quarterbacks. There's 2 quarterbacks.
Texas, their quarterback. Yeah. Isn't he coming out this year?
Yours? He's just a freshman.
No, yours isn't a freshman.
Yes, he is. He's a redshirt freshman. Yes.
Wow. Okay. Well, I know Bryce Young is coming out.
Bryce Young's coming out. He's had enough at Alabama. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah. Ugula Longlane, whatever. He's coming out from Clemson.
Oh God, dude, his draft stock sucks right now. He's
coming out.
Oh, he's a freshman, right? North Carolina guy. He's a freshman.
Yeah, he's a freshman. So I mean, you guys. But let's see who else.
C.J. Stroud. That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, Stroud. Yeah. So I mean, there's going to be some running backs coming out. There'll be some receivers coming out.
Was 2 years ago though. We had Lawrence, Fields, Jones.
Right. No, it won't be that draft, but it won't be like last year's draft where it's like
so horrible. I'll tell you what, man. I did my first draft last year. That was so hard to prep for. I'm like, I don't even know half these because it's all offensive linemen. I'm like, dude,
it
was so
I
hard.
loved it. I love offensive linemen though. I love getting in the trenches, offensive and defensive linemen. Like I was all for it. I love doing that, and we're definitely going to do another draft show coming up for next year. But no, this year is going to be very interesting. And yes, we're talking draft early, and we're talking it now because this is around that time. Well, yeah, I mean, but this, you mentioned it because the free agency is over. We've kind of see who's who. And that's what it is. Hey, Big Glow, what up, dude? Falconing out here, man. What's going on? Make sure that y'all check out Big Glow Country Sports. This guy right here is one of the best that's out there, especially for Georgia. Anything Georgia sports, Falcons, UGA, all of that. Check him out. Good to have you, man. Look, I'm telling you, when we start looking at how we play Zeke when he comes back, I think it's going to be important for that draft and how they're going to be looking at. I think they're going to try and run him into the ground.
I would,
as Dallas usually does. Then try to trade him, and if not, cut him.
Well, I think Todd Gurley and Zeke Elliott have taken away the trade value of these, because Todd Gurley got traded after he got signed this massive contract, and he's not even in the league anymore. Yeah. So. And you saw Zeke has not had a good year since his rookie year, and he's statistic-wise have gone down each and every year. Say what you want to.
We can blame that on the line and the play call.
Fifth round? What, a fifth-round pick?
I don't know. Probably like a bag of peanuts. And
well, you're not going to trade him anyway. You're not going to trade him in because his contract's up.
Who, Zeke?
Zeke's up this year.
No, I think Zeke has another year.
Zeke and Tyler are both up.
Well, I'm going to have to check that. But if that's the case, I mean that you sign Pollard and you go into the draft and
Bijan Robinson.
I don't think
Bijan.
Yeah,
come baby.
Man, I like Bijan. I do. I think both of the running backs are awesome.
O'Shawn.
Oh, yeah. I like them both.
We almost cost Texas a game last week. Whatever.
I like them both. I'll tell you who else I like. That big receiver / tight end they got. He's a freshman too, isn't he? Freshman or sophomore. He's underclassmen.
Texas is a young team, and they're getting the number one, almost top 4 recruiting class. I'm telling you, Texas is going to be a problem for the SEC. But, dude, whatever. I could talk college sports all day. I love it. I can go off topic really fast, and you're saying that. But
I understand it. Well, yeah.
But going back to Bijan, I'm not convinced he's even going to come out this year. I think he wants to wait one more year because he has one more year of eligibility. He's only a junior. He might stay another year just to see what this Texas team looks like and play for that college championship next year and bring college championship. I mean. If they go to the Big 12, but it's hard, right? Because running backs are, like you said, a low life expectancy of 5 years, right?
Yeah, that's it. So if I'm him, I'm coming out.
But at the same time,
his stock will be high.
But he's making a lot of money with endorsement deals at Texas, so he's making the same amount he would in his rookie year.
Yeah, but he's gonna make more. I mean, especially being he's top 10. He's a top 10 prospect, right?
I think Bijan, because he does everything well. Like he does everything like A+, A- well. Like catch, like he throws, like you can go deep with Bijan. He'll go into 3 or 4 corner defenders and catch the ball. Bijan is an all-around stud player. The only problem I do have, kind of have a problem with him, he's kind of been fumbling a little bit, but I think he can work. I think he's a good guy. I think he's a hardworking guy. I think he'll work on that all throughout the year. But it'll be interesting. I think Bijan, because they took Zeke, a 4th pick when they got Zeke?
4th, yeah, he was 4th overall.
I think he's better than Zeke's pick, but I don't think he'll get drafted. But I think you'll see someone reach for him, like a Sean McVay or someone go get him who needs a running back, right? Like
I don't think Sean McVay. Well, he may still have his job.
Well,
at
you
the
can
end
put
of
him
the
in the
season.
running back. You can put him in the receiving core. Like you can throw the ball to Bijan. Like he'll catch.
Yeah,
it.
but I don't know if Sean McVay will be there at the end of this season anyway. So,
give me a break.
There's that part.
Super Bowl, dude.
And
I don't know, man. That defense against the Bucs last week was ridiculously.
it was,
That
and the Bucs still came out of it though.
That looked like Dallas Cowboys' old defense, man. That's exactly.
The Bucs still won. So I mean, you can have a great defense, but your offense still has to do something. And Stat Pafford was being Stat Pafford.
That was a horrible game. That was a horrible.
Oh yeah, it's just been bad. So let's move now into this upcoming week. It feels like it almost gives you a feeling of a trap game, where, I mean, let's just call it what it is. Douche Dodgers, it is finally caught up to them. Everything that has been done in the dark has now come to the light, and the douchiest one, he is. We're seeing what he is, right? Causing interceptions, and because he wanted all the cash, he wanted all the chickens, as Marshawn Lynch would say. No chickens to give. And that's why OBJ is not going to go there, I don't think. So, but it still feels like, Dallas doesn't have a good record in Green Bay. They don't have a good record against Aaron Rodgers. How emotional will Mike McCarthy be and the rest of that staff? So I don't know. I feel like it's a trap game though, but it should be a game they win, shouldn't it?
Dude, I'm getting mixed emotions. It's only Wednesday, and I've cried 5 times already because of this game. I don't know what my family's going to do Sunday because I'm going to be a nervous wreck, and I'm just going to my weekend, Saturday night, Texas, TCU, and then Sunday you get Cowboys. I'm going to be. Lord knows I need to go to church on Sunday morning. That's where I'm going to be. I'm going to be praying. But man, I've been all over the place. If Sunday watching that game, oh, Dallas is going to win. And then you start looking, it's like, oh, crap, Green Bay's lost 5 games. Oh, crap, we're going to Lambeau. Oh, crap, it's going to be 30 degrees. Oh, crap, it's Mike McCarthy's crying on the podium. Oh, crap.
Exactly.
And then today I see Aaron Rodgers is mouthing off to the media saying, F y'all, I don't care about my play, whatever. That's another. But they're injured right now. Their offensive line's injured. They cannot pass block. The receivers cannot get open. Aaron Rodgers is blaming everybody. I've always said this. I think Matt LaFleur, he is a sexy pick, but he's a regular season coach. Him and Aaron Rodgers, I've been saying this forever. They're not good postseason players. They're not coaches. But, man, Green Bay, man. Okay, let's look at it this way. Who's another quarterback that has the Cowboys number? Tom Brady. What happened to us?
Old man Brady. Yeah.
Exactly. It's something. But this Green Bay Packer team is not good. They're not good.
It's not.
They're not
and
good.
Not just Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay's not good. But the reality is
okay.
They scored 1 offensive touchdown.
Okay. I firmly believe this. If Dallas and Tampa Bay played later in the year, I think Dallas wins easily. I hate that first week game because, let's look at it this way. Detroit almost beat Philadelphia.
Yes.
And and then everyone's talking about how great the defense is for Tampa Bay, and the Cowboys suck. And like week 1 sucked because of no preseason games anymore or anything like that. So, dude, I'm going out on a limb. I'm feeling confident. I think Green Bay's done. I think they look at the standings. Minnesota's way above them. I think they're 4 losses or 4 games out of the loss column, 5 overall because they have the loss to tiebreaker. They're not getting a wild card. I think they see the writing on the wall. I think their bye's not till later in the week or the year. I'm going out on a limb, man. I'm feeling confident in this game. I think they're going to win one for the skipper. I think I've seen how emotional how they did and Mike McCarthy.
Yeah,
I think they're going to go in their blade. I think that defense for sure is going to be on fire. You know, Michael Parsons is going to want to sack Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
And then we got our run stopper now, who traded for, I forgot his name, Haskins. Got him.
Haskins.
And Dillon might not be playing. AJ Dillon's a little day to day. It doesn't look like he's going to be playing for the Green Bay. I'm liking my chance. The only thing that scares me is Alexander on the end. Like, is he going to pick off Dak a couple of times? I mean, that's what's going to hurt us. But can we run the football? It's going to be cold. We're going to need to run the ball at least 35 to 40 times and throw it maybe 20. Yeah. I think
Dallas have an injured linebacker too, though.
Yeah, I think, but I'm confident. I'm feeling very confident. But it's Aaron Rodgers, and he always has Dallas's number. So.
Exactly, it is Aaron Rodgers,
and we're coming off a bye week. How rusty are we going to be? Like, how did the Cowboys spend that off week? Did they work on things? Did they just take vacations and just say howdy ho to your family and like with our nice little mansions and like we go to Cancun or whatever the case may be? I don't know, but I tell you what, I'm feeling more confident the week after going to Minnesota. That's the one that I'm nervous about.
But should we feel that way though? I mean, you know, it's kind of funny. Most teams feel like, hey, coming off of a bye is a good thing. We've had an extra week.
If Andy Reid, Bill Belichick, Sean McVay, Sean Payton were our head coaches, I feel 100% confident Dallas Cowboys going to win. But Mike McCarthy's a player coach, right? Like he wants the players to like him. He wants like were they too relaxed, or did they work on things? Dak's delivering groceries to people in the apartment building. I don't like. Who's a Green Bay fan? I don't know if you saw that, but he's delivering groceries for Albertsons or somebody. I don't know who he's delivering it to, but whatever. Like, that's what I want to know. And Michael Parsons on Twitter trying to find people to play on Xbox and Madden. I don't know where the Cowboys mindset is right now. But yeah, you're right. I mean, we're getting everyone healthy at the right time. We're closer to getting Tyron Smith back. Washington, I heard, might be coming back in the next week or two. I like where the Dallas Cowboys are. Zeke got an extra week 2 weeks to heal that knee that he has. He should be fresh. But going to a cold weather game, it's going to be a little agging a little bit. Yeah. Can Tony Pollard run in the cold? That's going to be the difference. That's going to be the difference.
Well, we know he can't run more than 14, 15, 16 times a game anyway. I think the other part too. But you know what though, and this is something I like that Lamar Jackson said right in his post game interview after the Monday night game. He said, "Okay, Lamar, you're going on a bye week. What are you going to do? How are you going to, get your mind right?" He said, "Look, it's not an off week. It just means we don't play that week. That's all it is. We don't play that week. It's not an off week." And I love that mentality. Like, that's the mentality that we need to have. We should have had this week is, hey, it's not an off week. We just don't play a game on Sunday. Hey, Wallace, what's good, man? Good to see you. Hey, got some Falcons fans in here. Good to see y'all. Good to see you. Hopefully y'all don't Falcon it up this week, man. I don't know if you're on a bye, but we don't Falcon.
Really, Falcons, you couldn't. What was up with that, Falcons? You force a fumble, and you're running it down, and then the guy just loses the ball. No one even touches it. And then I'm like, come on, man. You had first place, and now it's all gone. It's all gone now.
Falcons just Falcons. It's all good, man. It's like Raiders raidering. You know what I'm saying? It's all it is.
But hey, Falcons are actually doing overachieving this year, so I got to give them credit. I think them last in there, but I think they're overachieving. They're doing pretty good in that crappy division.
For sure. But yeah, this does seem like a trap game. Like we're kind of letting our guard down, and we're not really focusing on them. Hey, I hope y'all get the win too, man. I hope y'all do.
That's the Thursday night game. That's the Thursday night game.
That's the Thursday night game.
God. Why? Why do we get the Panthers and Falcons? Panthers and Falcons?
But it is still winnable. That's the crazy part. Like that, your leader, your division leader, is under 500. And Big Game would just say, "Yeah, you're under 500."
You know what sucks? Cowboys are going to probably face the winner of that division at their place.
Yes,
we're going to have like 6 games above them in the loss column.
Yes, and then if we lose to NFC South, man, I don't know. Like,
no.
Won't be on for a minute.
Tampa Bay will probably win that division, and then Gronk will somehow come out of retirement and beat us. Right. And
yeah, for that one game. You
know what? No, I'm hoping. You know what? Now I'm hoping. Damn it, because we need to give Tom Brady a loss. That's our last chance.
Yeah. Every team, they get to play on Thursday night.
I'm not talking about the Falcons. I'm just talking about the game in particular, like the Panthers, like Falcons, Panthers, like Falcons and.
That's a bad. Even though the Panthers have been ever since they got rid of McCaffrey and Matt Rule.
Wait, is that game in Carolina? Yes.
I think it is.
No, isn't it?
No, it's in Atlanta. I think it's in Atlanta.
I can't remember when Moore made the. Was he hushing the crowd or was he cheering with the crowd when he took his helmet off? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Oh, Moore was. No, they were in Atlanta.
They were in Atlanta. Were they in Atlanta?
It was a dome. Yeah, that was a dome.
That's right, because we were shocked he missed a 48-yard field goal to win it. It's in Carolina. Okay, that's good. Good. Thank you, Wallace. Thank you. Yeah,
it's in Carolina. Yeah, it was a dome game.
Okay, it might actually be a good game then. It might be a good game.
But you know what? We're talking about
I would do wish Mariota would. But hey, man, we got a whole hour to fill up. Whatever. Oh,
that's true.
I'm wishing Mariota luck, man. He got I always liked him in Oregon.
I've always liked Mariota,
but he just got whatever. But anyway, back to Cowboys.
But appreciate you being here. We're talking a little bit, about NFC South. For some reason, NFC South and NFC East is always kind of like right there with each other. It's almost like a division rivalry. A rivalry between the two divisions. We always seem to play each other a lot more.
Can I ask something real quick since you brought that up? Can you explain this to me? Because you're a really intelligent man, I think. I know it's history and everything like that.
Yeah.
But why are the Cowboys in the East? Why not put them in the South and move Carolina or Atlanta to the East? Please explain that to me.
So Carolina was a expansion team.
Right.
And so, when you think about the divisions when they kind of first started there, Dallas was considered the easternmost team for the National Football Conference.
They had Atlanta. Atlanta's more eastern than we are.
Atlanta came in after, though, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Atlanta came in after.
But when they realigned all the district or divisions,
all the divisions, I don't know. I think it was one of those things
rivalries. It's rivalries and everything. I don't want to touch it. I'm just always curious, just like the NBA, like the Pacific Division, like the South or the Northwest Division is Oklahoma City with Portland and all. I'm like, no, it's the Southwest.
Yeah. No, some of the divisions don't make sense. I mean, you talk about NBA and Memphis is in the West.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Memphis is in the West. Clearly, they're in the East, but they're in the West. So, and it's because they were expansion. And until they get realigned and someone says, okay, who's going to come from the West to go to the East and vice versa?
Well, Memphis was actually Vancouver. Vancouver was in the West. That's
yes. But you say here, but y'all have been in the East for a long time, and the South used to be the West.
I get it. I just like
Yeah.
I just like messing with people's minds a little bit. It's fun.
Hey, I this is what I do know, and it all comes down to money. Let's just call that what that is. Because if you start losing rivalries as far as Dallas against Philadelphia, Dallas against Washington, Dallas against New York, yeah, and so if you move them, like what division would you even move them to? You said the NFC South, so that puts them with New Orleans,
Atlanta,
Tampa Bay.
Well, why not move Tampa Bay to the west? I mean, to the east. That's
move who?
Tampa Bay to the east.
Then who do you put in the South instead of Tampa Bay? Carolina?
You mean the East? The East would be Tampa Bay. Dallas would be South.
If you put Dallas in the South,
Tampa Bay to the East.
Tampa Bay to the East. So you have. Oh, okay.
You just switch them. It's just food for thought. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to fill up time.
I know you don't have to fill up time. I mean, we're talking Pack and we're talking Cowboys. And anytime we get to talk about douche Dodgers being so sucky, there's enough time. There's not enough time for that.
Well, yeah, because I'll go over. You make me talk about Aaron Rodgers and how flaking. Dude, I've been trying to tell everybody about Aaron Rodgers. Like
I've been saying it for years too.
I've been saying it. He's got in the league. He's a big crybaby. He's underperformer. He's a selfish mother effer. He is, dude. Ever since he kicked his family out of his life, I mean, this guy thinks he's God. This guy thinks I don't know what kind of he grows that ugly beard out. He looks like a freaking caveman. He can't keep a freaking marriage. He can't keep a girlfriend. He can't keep any the dude's uncommittable. He's a big baby. He's not anything. So I don't care for Aaron Rodgers. Never have. I always thought he was a great regular season quarterback, but he's never been a playoff performer. And let's be honest, when he won the Super Bowl, the defense carried that team instead of him. I mean, let's just be honest with ourselves. He doesn't make other players better. He doesn't do. Why do you think Devontae Adams wanted to leave? I'm just saying. Devontae Adams wanted to leave. He said it point blank. I don't know what Aaron Rodgers is all over the place. I don't know what he's going to do. He might retire next year. I want to make sure I'm stable and wouldn't even look out for me. Aaron Rodgers, all he does is think about himself, and he cries that he has no weapons, no help. Well, guess what? When you take over 33% of your freaking salary cap, you're not going to get any help. So it's all on you this year. So shut the hell up and then play football.
That rant was provided to you by one shirt.
I'm telling you, man, LeBron James and Aaron Rodgers, don't get me started on either one of them.
Wow. Look, man, I thought I did not like douche Dodgers. Clearly.
Oh, I hate douche Dodgers.
You have a disdain. Like, that's the word that I can only come up with. Like, this, like, it's just, yeah. I love it, though. I'm here for it. Yeah, Big game, stop trolling. That's trolling.
Big game. Okay, we're going to go UT rant right here. UT, if you actually watch this one.
Rams is bad. So was Tampa Bay.
Dude, that game was horrible. That game was horrible.
That was a bad
That game was so bad, I said, wife, let's go take family pictures together. That's how bad that was.
That's what That's what I wanted to ask you. I was like, so on the bye, what did you do since there was no good football?
Well, funny story. It was Monday, right? Monday night. It was Monday evening. I get a phone call from my wife. My wife never calls me when she's at work.
Yeah.
She goes, question. And every time she says question, I'm like, okay, she wants something. She goes, do the Cowboys play on Sunday? And I'm like, yes. She goes, funny, because I'm looking at the schedule and it doesn't look like they're playing. And I'm like, they're not. Oh, we're taking family photos. I'm like, thanks. No, that was a great time though. No, I love. Dude, it's a love-hate thing on the bye weeks.
Yeah,
because I want to see my team play.
Yeah,
but it's actually nice just to sit there and watch NFL Red Zone and just watch games.
It is.
Without stress, without anything. Like,
yeah,
it's just fun to watch. But I'm ready for some Cowboys football.
Yeah, I don't. You know what, Big Game? Again, this is you trolling. I still think it's a trap game. It possibly could be, but I'm still putting my money on the boys.
I don't think this game is a trap game. I think the next week's game is going to be a trap game because we're going to come off emotional. I think we're going to get the win for Mike McCarthy, and I think we're going to live up to the hype and blue ball this, blue ball that. And actually, I can tell you what's going to happen. We're going to win, and then the Eagles are going to lose the next week. They're like, oh, we're right back in, and then we'll lose. That's exactly what's going to happen.
Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds about right.
Like, oh, we're right
That
back in
sounds
it.
about
Nope.
right.
Nope. Mm-mm.
Yeah, that sounds about right. But no, I don't. I again, it's just knowing what's happened before. Last season we're going into Denver. Hey, easy, no problem. Wipe the floor with them. We get beat. Hey, Raiders. Thanksgiving. No problem. Get beat. So it's one of those feelings of the games you should win. This is a game we should win. A game we should win. We may have some issues and struggles with it. So, I need the Cowboys to do what they're supposed to do. This is a game you should win. Win it. They do, yeah. It's not a trap game against Green Bay because they have a lot of injuries and Jones might not even play.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
want to break that.
true.
I said AJ Dillon. I meant Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones is
Yeah,
out.
yeah,
So
and
thank
and,
you for clarifying that.
and he might not, but
Dude, I'm not
it's that
scared
one
about
thing.
Green Bay. I'm not. I have full
Yeah.
confidence. Like, this is a different team than last year's Dallas Cowboy team. I think that and
I
Green
think they're
Bay's not
different from
good.
the beginning of the year.
And we got to stop saying, "Oh, when's Green Bay going to snap?" They're not. They lost 5 in a row. They're done.
Yeah.
I mean, they're done.
Yeah.
They're not a good team. They're young.
Yeah.
Dallas should win if we all stay healthy and we play to our game plan.
Yeah.
We don't overdo things like we typically do.
Yeah.
But we're going to
They
find
got
out
beat by Detroit.
We're going to find out a lot about Dallas Cowboys. If we get past, dude, I'm telling you, if we get past these next 2 games with wins, dare I say we're going to go 15-2 and maybe be a wild card. Can you believe that?
I can, just because of the way this season has gone. I mean, Detroit, has beat Green Bay. The Jets beat Buffalo. And yes, Allen went out, but still, the Jets beat Buffalo. Come on, guys, the Packers suck. Stop. This is if we play Tampa now. Get over it. Come on, man, y'all.
Dude, big, if we played Tampa Bay right now, we would kill y'all.
Oh, it's over.
We would kill y'all.
It's over if we're playing Tampa Bay. That's a W. That's a W today.
You know what? Now for that, I want Tampa Bay to win the freaking South, and I want that wild card. I want that 5th place, and I want to go to Tampa and make no excuses, and Big Game can shut his mouth. Just kidding.
You heard that, right, Gang? You heard that. So I back that up.
What better way would that be? Poetic justice. Tampa or Tom Brady has never lost to the Dallas Cowboys, but yet his playoff game, first round, Dallas beats him to send him to retirement, baby. Woo!
That's it. And you're right, Wallace. The Jets are not the same old Jets.
No,
they're not.
Dude, if Zach Wilson can get his crap together, and I said this on my draft show, I said Zach Wilson's gonna be overrated. I don't think he's going to be a top tier quarterback. I've said that. People are amazed with his arm. He has amazing arm strength, but he was at BYU, dude. Like, we never heard of Zach Wilson until he had that one good year at BYU. And plus, he's with the Jets organization who always messes up a quarterback. So let's just be straight up.
That's true. That's very, very true.
That defense, though, for Jets, dude.
The way they built that Jets team, that defense is what I'm talking about. They did it right. They knew what they were doing. So whoever was in charge of that, good job for them. Good job on that GM and that defensive coordinator, head coach. But man, I'm with that. The Vikings. Here's the thing: worrying about the Vikings. Take care of Green Bay first. Don't look past Green Bay to the Vikings because that's how you will lose.
That I don't think they will, because if it was anyone else besides Mike McCarthy going back, like playing Green Bay, I think Dallas wants to win this one for Mike McCarthy. I really do.
I can see that. Yeah, for sure. All right. Here's our favorite segment of the show. This is why he's laughing.
Predictions? Just kidding.
Predictions, yeah.
I'm joking.
Predictions. Actually, no. This is going to be Legends of the Star. What you're saying? They should have kept Flacco as a starter? Yeah, possibly. Flacco could have done it, maybe. But, man, he looks so bad now, too. So, I think he's backing up somewhere. I don't even know where he's backing up. I don't even. But before we get to predictions, Legends of the Star. This week, I am putting my Legend of the Star on one Nick Folk, former kicker of the Dallas Cowboys.
Ooh.
This guy was pretty nice. He had his moments.
Wow.
He had his moments. So that Nick Folk. There's
You
one
know
I
what?
pulled out.
You know what? Like you read my mind.
Oh, yeah.
I was going kicker. I was actually going kicker.
There you go.
Dan Bailey, baby.
Hey.
Mr.
Dan Bailey was nice.
Dan Bailey was awesome, dude. He was a leading freaking percentage leader over Justin Tucker until Dallas didn't want to play him, trade him, and now he's not in the league anymore. But actually, I was actually gonna. It was either him. I was actually gonna go legend, like real legend, because his team's undefeated, and he might need the next Alabama head coach, Deion Sanders. That's actually who I was gonna go with. Just because his team's undefeated and he's calling out other coaches and he's in his athletic commercials. I was like, and
I love Deion, man.
I did too. I love Deion. I don't care what anyone says.
I love Coach Prime. That's my guy. Coach Prime, I love you, man. You are who you
are. On the show.
That's it. All right. Coming up. Here we go. Predictions. What are the predictions? Who's going to win and the score? Who's going to win and the score?
All right. Got 4 minutes to fill up here so I can talk. Man, I'm just feeling confident in this team. I think Green Bay scores first. And all Dallas Cowboys fans are going to be nervous. And then Dallas Cowboys roams over, gets like 21 unanswered points, going to halftime with 21-10 lead. I think Dallas rolls. I think it's 31-17.
That's a good number, 31-17. And Nicole, let's see. Was this? I think Deion leaves. I say, no, his son's going to be there. So
no, I'm talking about when Nick Saban leaves. I think he'll be. I think Deion's the only one who can replace Nick Saban at Alabama. Who would want to go? Who would want to go after Nick Saban after all those credentials, man?
Nobody.
Exactly.
Nobody. Let's see. Big game. You are.
I think he's had a little.
Let's see. I think Cowboys will win. I think it's actually going to be a lot closer. I do like the 31 points that Dallas will put up, but I do think that the Green Bay will make it, a good game, and I'm going to say 31-25.
And while we're saying this, remember like a couple weeks ago when we gave the Bears prediction, I said that Dallas was going to get over 30 points. You're like, oh, come on.
You did.
And he scored 49.
You did. He scored 49. No. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Trey is hating.
No, Saban isn't going anywhere. Yeah, no. I agree with you. Yeah. Trey is hating. No, sir. That's you troller. You're a troll.
How am I hating? I spit facts on this show. I spit facts.
Oh my gosh. Yes, it's in Carolina, whatever. Yeah, man. No, Saban's not going anywhere. They're gonna fire the DC after this season, so that'll take care of that. They can't stop anybody. But yeah, so that's it. Thank you so much for joining in, chatting with us. Wallace, good to see you again. Big game. Stop trolling, but good to see you as well. Big Low, thanks for coming in. Make sure that you check him out, Big Low Country Sports. Great dude there, and great content that he has. Always putting up some great stuff. Make sure that you check out Big Game Sports Buzz and Big Game Entertainment. Make sure that you subscribe. Smash that bell so you know that whenever there's some Big Game Entertainment content coming, you are there. I'm J-Stogs. That's Trey Collis.
Man.
And for the Cowboys, what's up?
Man. If you live in Texas, Friday night, dude. Friday night, high school playoffs, man. There is some good matchups in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, in the Austin area, and oh my gosh, if you want to watch good high school football, go check out Texas State playoffs, man. It's March Madness, dude. There's 64 teams in each classification. Man, 6A and 5A, I've never seen it like this. It's anyone's league. Yeah. It's anyone's game.
It's going to be nice.
So make sure you go check out some high school football games on Friday nights, man. It's an amazing atmosphere to go see.
It's going to be good. It's going to be good. All right, y'all. Peace out.